We're down at the New York Supreme Court in Lower Manhattan at 60 Center Street today, doing some man-on-the-street interviews for Reputations in Crisis. So the name of the show is Reputations in Crisis, and there is somebody in the celebrity world that you might have heard of who's been going through quite a bit lately. He's been going through some troubles over the past few years, as a matter of fact. Kanye West. When I first say his name, what do you think of his reputation today?
Very inspirational, seen as a role model to a bunch of younger kids. Not with just his music, but definitely his clothing line, his designs, and just everything in general.
So you're a fan?
Indeed.
What do you think about what's happening with him and Kim Kardashian right now? There are some allegations that he hasn't been the best father. There are some allegations that he hasn't been the best husband. There are some allegations of just fighting and all of this. Instead of us focusing on his music or his clothing or his brand, from a positive perspective, we've got a lot of family drama in the news. When you see that, how does it make you feel?
Personally, not really like my place to say. I mean, he's a human too. He's gonna make mistakes and stuff like that, but
maybe he's not being treated fairly? Maybe
not. Maybe he's just being misjudged. Maybe, I don't know. You can't really, I wouldn't say believe everything you see, but he's a human too. So he's gonna make mistakes. He's gonna do stuff.
So you see him as being human, and maybe you give him a pass for some of that because...
I mean, stuff happens.
Stuff happens.
So I don't really know what's true and what's not true. I mean, I'm not a part of the West family, but...
What do you hope for him in later 2022 regarding his reputation and his brand? More music, more...
Just happiness for him, to be honest. Getting Kim back obviously means a lot to him. So probably just getting Kim back, and he's always going to drop music, going to put out more stuff for his brand. So
he has been open about his struggles with being bipolar. His wife has been vulnerable in herself and saying that I love him through all of that in the past. Do you think part of his mental health has to do with not only his greatness on one side, but some of the struggles he's gone through in his life on the other?
Definitely. I think after sadly his mom passed away, I think he's definitely been going through a hard time. So
he's close with his mom, big time.
Yeah, very close. So that definitely had a part as to not only his music, but what he does, who he's around, how he acts. So I hope that gets better. I hope he's all well. So.
Well, let's hope we don't see him in a courthouse like this anytime soon, right?
Hopefully not.
If you got to give him a grade for his reputation from A to F, in your mind, he's a...
A+.
A+. Thank you so much for your time, man.
No problem.
I appreciate it. Please follow us on their YouTube channel and listen to our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify.